Hi guys, I'm just gonna warn you that this video is probably gonna be like kinda long. Uh, First thing I want to talk about is school. Okay, so I start my classes finally on September 21st, this Friday. And the way that you register for classes at Aoyama is first you pick the classes you want to take, and then you attend the class for about a week or so. And then after that little time frame, you actually officially register for your courses. And the thing I like about that is that I get a preview of my classes and I can sample different ones to see which ones I like and which ones I don't. But what I don't like about that is that you don't have a spot saved, I think. It's not guaranteed. So if you don't get the registration code fast enough or you don't apply fast enough, basically you've attended a class for nothing. And I don't like that. Secondly, besides school, I felt my first earthquake and I did not handle it appropriately. I woke up and at first I thought it was like a bunch of trucks like moving really fast and like all together. And I was like, you're on the eighth floor. That's impossible. And I was laid there and I was like, I think this is an earthquake. This is an earthquake. What am I supposed to do? So, me being me, if you know me personally, you know how lazy I am. I just laid there and just hoped it went away. And then I like whipped out my book on what to do if you're in an earthquake, and I read that, and I was like, it's a small earthquake. And then I just rolled over and went to sleep. And that was my first earthquake experience. A few days after that, I hung out with my friend Rithi, and he's going to Hosei University, which is an hour away from me. And we went to the Meiji Shrine, Harajuku, Shinjuku, and Kabukicho. First, the Meiji Shrine is gorgeous. Like the woods leading up to it are just, they're amazing. And then when you actually get to the shrine, it's really big. And then it's just so pretty. And there were, I think like 4 weddings going on there. And the weddings were really interesting. Like I didn't know they had the brides wear this like head thing, so I wasn't sure what it was until Rithi told me. And then I saw like the whole bridal party taking pictures, them walking in to start the ceremony. Another one, I think it was over. It was really busy at that shrine that day. Then we went to Harajuku and we looked at all the stores, and there were so many different styles and so many different shops for the different styles, and it was amazing. But whenever I saw some girls in some Lolita and I really wanted to ask where they got it from, but I decided no, not today. And let's see, there was this tea shop that I know I'm going to be in all the time when it starts to get cold, because it was really nice. It was quiet and it was small and like in this corner in the middle of nowhere. Well, it really wasn't the middle of nowhere because it's still Harajuku, but you know what I'm talking about. In Shinjuku, it is just, I know I say this like in every single video, there is just so many people. I cannot just fathom how many people there are in Tokyo. It's like every time I go somewhere, it's just like hordes upon hordes of people. And if a zombie apocalypse ever happens, I'm so screwed. Um, Unintentionally, me and Rithi ended up going to Yoyogi because we decided at some point that we were going to go see Kabukicho because why not? And we went to an internet cafe to get directions to go there, and we still got lost. We ended up walking out of Shinjuku to Yoyogi. Then we had to ask someone for directions to how to get to Kabukicho, which is really awkward. There's no way to not make that awkward. And then from Yoyogi, we walked back to Shinjuku, and then we went like all around Shinjuku trying to figure out where to go. Then finally found out we had to go to the east exit of the Shinjuku train station and walk. We still got lost, had to ask for directions again. Then finally we made it to Kabukicho, but we were in the part where I guess not a lot of things happened because we were just like, this isn't what I expected. And by then we were really tired, so we just decided that we're just gonna leave. And when we were leaving, we actually saw the part we were expecting, which was just like host boys, host girls, maid cafe, the soap land, like everything, everywhere, the peep shows, everything. And we were just like, okay. So we took our pictures and then we just left because some guy said it was like it's super dangerous. And one of the tutors at Aoyama said it was like, yeah, you probably shouldn't go there. Um, then on my way home, I ran into those pushy Nigerians that everyone says to avoid. And I don't even know to this day what he was trying to sell me or get me to do. But basically, the only way to get them away is if like you look them in the eye, like slightly raise your voice enough that other people around you can hear you, and like tell them to leave you alone. You're really like making me upset or something to that effect, and they'll be like, and walk away. Because before then I was trying to be polite, then I was like slightly agitated, then I was just like, please get away from me. And it was just like it didn't work until I actually like got angry. And today, after I picked out the courses I wanted to attend at my school, I decided to explore some more. And I found this place that's like basically weeb paradise called Animate. And Scott would make so much fun of me if he ever seen me in this store. Um, it's like, at first, it's like, oh, cool. There's so many things to look at, so many things to do. And there's a lot of nice stuff. But the longer I was there, the more I was just like, why are you here? Why are you doing this? There were some things in there I was just like, why Japan? Why? And there are other things I was like, oh, let's get help with cosplay and everything. Yay! Overall, I'd still like the place. I don't care what you have to say, Scott. Um, then when I finally decided to go back home, I got off at the wrong exit and I ended up in this weird part of Ikebukuro that I've never seen before. And there were just host boys everywhere. And one of them tried to get me inside of a bar, and I didn't know he was a host boy because he wasn't really all made up and host boy looking. I don't know how to describe it. It's like flamboyant, but not. They're just over the top. And he was kind of chill. And my first flag was that he just randomly walked up and started talking to me, which, on my experience alone, never happens in Tokyo. I know I haven't been here that long, but so far, people have made it a point not to get too close to me, or maybe not really avoid me, but they don't try to strike up a random conversation. So I was just like, what do you want? And he was just talking to me, and I was just like, the whole time I was thinking, why are you talking to me? What do you want? And then he was like, you should go drinking on us. You're pretty chill. And I was like, no. No, 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 no. That's when I told him, I was like, I don't drink. So he was like, oh, really? I think you should try. And I was like, no. And that's when I figured out what he was. I was like, oh, you're a host boy. No. And I just walked away, and then he just went in the other direction. And then I finally made it back home after finding my way back to the side of Ikebukuro that I know, where none of that stuff happens. It's just sunshine 60 and lights everywhere. And I get my glasses tomorrow so I can stop walking around blind at night. And that's all that I have to talk about in this vlog. I'm sorry it's so long. Okay, bye.